teams now mingle with the tourists in Cyprus. Welcome to one of the slowest rallies in the competition. But as speeds come down, so the heat rises. The gravel route takes it out of the resort of Limassol and up into the Troodos Mountains. That's where the speeds drop, which means higher temperatures inside the car and long hours at the wheel. For the drivers, this will be no holiday.
Hello there and welcome back once again to some more WRC. Today we'll continue on Let's Play. This is episode 20. In today's episode we are taking a look at the Cyprus Rally in the professional difficulty. Alright, so here we are, stage number 1 with our Hyundai accent. Of course we've been using this the entire way through the professional difficulty, not like you get to choose another car of course. So far so good as far as it's been going at the moment. We've had a few wins. I'm doing about as well as I was sort of hoping to at this point in the game. I know I was going to start losing some rallies obviously because, you know, the difficulty has ramped up, but yeah, the accent's actually coping pretty well, and just from some basic sort of research going around the internet, watching other playthroughs and stuff like that, just to get an idea, the points deficit we need realistically is we should be fine once we get over 60 points. After about 60 points, that essentially renders any other driver obsolete. It's not a confirmed thing. I will say I was actually kind of surprised when I went back to watch I've actually been playing through the game on my non-commentary channel, TRE Extras. You can find the link to that in the description. I'd said I'd be doing the non-commentary playthrough as well, using different cars and stuff, and I'm actually partway through the normal difficulty at the moment. I've actually just recorded the 11th stage of that, or the 11th rally, so that's coming to an end soon, but by the time you see this I should be further through. In fact, by the time you see this, normal difficulty might be over in that playthrough. But anyways, yeah, it's not actually a fixed thing, which I always thought it would be. It does definitely depend on driver skill, which is sort of something we knew before. So for example, Carlos Sainz will always do well. So, well, Carlos Sainz would always do well, Richard Burns will rise to the top, stuff like that. But in terms of like actual positionings and stuff, that can change. Citroen's got a point, for example, in that playthrough, which is pretty fun. Anyways, I'm 10 seconds over Ford driver at the moment, and as with our previous playthrough, the Subaru drivers are doing particularly well here in Cyprus. Let's see if they can continue that form, and let's hope we can continue our form. Okay, stage number 2. We are in slightly darker conditions. Bit of a weird sort of setup for this stage, but yes, anyways, the point scoring does seem to be slightly different. It's not like a majorly random thing, so as I said, you know, you're not going to see, for example, Thomas Rad Storm storm to the top. It is semi-based in realism. I'm assuming they give each driver sort of a speed ranking, sort of roughly where they're supposed to come in a stage, and then the game sort of randomizes it from there. But in general, the cream should always rise to the top, and usually it will be a case of Tommy McInerney, Carlos Sainz, Ford driver, and Richard Burns sort of finishing somewhere towards the top, and then everything past that sort of a little bit neither here nor there. Of course, that doesn't count whatever driver you might pick for the career mode, so, you know, obviously Alistair McRae normally wouldn't do so hot. I believe actually in our playthrough we didn't get a point. In the non-commentary playthrough he's actually doing pretty darn well at the moment, so that's interesting. Speaking of doing pretty darn well, we're actually doing pretty well here in Cyprus. I can't remember if this rally is a struggle in the later games or not. I think it is. I think I find this rally harder than Greece usually, but it might be role reversal in the next game. I will say, it is a little bit strange coming from the coming from the non-commentary playthrough where I'm using the Evo, graduating up to the Hyundai again. because the Hyundai is a lot smaller car. It does feel a lot more manoeuvrable than the Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi feels a little bit more like a boat, but of course it does handle a little bit nicer or more consistently, but this is a little bit sort of smaller, narrower, sharper. So yeah. Anyways, moving onwards. Get past this autosave. I'm gonna have to cut that out of the non-commentary as well. I've noticed that stays up forever. Anyways, again, Subaru driver's doing pretty well. Marco's not being the usual twat he usually is, but we don't really have to worry about him anymore because we're not on the same team. Right.
3, 2, 1, go!
3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Hyundai Motor
50,
Corporation.
right 5,
Oh, I remember this stage. This stage is pretty fun.
50, hairpin
It's
left,
also the stage that I primarily use for thumbnails for Cyprus because it's by far and away got the most light on it. So, and I think I have already got the thumbnail for this episode. Spoiler alert, I have only driven them for the thumbnail, so I didn't drive it in anger or anything of that sort, but yes, I have technically driven 2 of the stages from this in the Hyundai already, so my apologies if I know somewhat what to expect from one stage in Cyprus, and I think it's the first stage in Argentina, because it's the only one that's really got good lighting on it.
50, left 3,
I can't say it's going to make too much of a difference though, and I haven't driven the Safari accent yet, so we can both experience that one together, because I can imagine that's going to be a
hairpin left,
interesting little car to see. There we go, nice, and
hairpin right,
get stopped on there.
50, hairpin left,
We're down in 8th apparently. I think I might have scrubbed off a little bit too much speed going into that preview, or the first hairpin. The next 2 weren't too bad, but that one was.
into left 5, and right 4,
But hopefully we've got a pretty decent time deficit now to the
50,
car.
right
Yeah,
5,
okay. It's just one of those where they'll be ridiculously quick from one sector and then it just sort of resets down to the next sector. I think they minimised that a lot more in the upcoming WRC games. Not so much in 2 from what I remember, but 3 and 4. There's a lot less of the sort of rubber band effect, I guess, or the super quick sprint stages they can do before going back to normal. Yeah, you can see apparently we lost 8 seconds in sector 3, but we've gained almost 10 seconds in sector 4, so that was the quickest stage as well. In fairness, I can see why, because again, the Hyundai's got a lot more mobility to it. Okay, Subaru's not doing so hot in this one, although they aren't too far behind. Burns takes over from Arai, and stage 4, which apparently is at 8 o'clock at night. Stage number 3, or 4?
3,
Stage 4,
2,
yeah.
1, go!
This one's got a little bit of a post-apocalyptic
50, right 3,
nuclear fallout style of theme to it, which is a little bit weird. The colour's quite nice on this one.
left 3,
They do pop quite nice.
into right 3, over crest,
Into right 3, into right crest.
50, left 5, into right 5, over crest,
That was actually a pretty decently held slide, but apparently the game didn't think so. Yeah, I'm playing a lot of this game lately. Also, just a little
50,
extra thing. This game has been extended 1 episode during the course of this LP, because I decided to just click through some menus the other day to see if there's anything else, and actually maybe 2 episodes, because I think I might split up, because, well, you could probably catch by what's being unlocked when it shows up. And of course I'm going to have to show off the cheats at some point, which are going to have their own episode. But I think I might split the bonus stages into their own episode as well. I don't think the bonus stage is going to be much to write home about, but you know, just in case there is something very interesting going on with those stages, because I don't think those bonus stages are really much beyond stages that were either used to test in the game or stages that were initially supposed to be like a secret stage 6, because, you know, every next game to this has a 6th stage in the rally, but this game only has 5, so I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'll probably show off the bonus stages in their own video. But I'm also going to be showing off the WRC challenge, which really doesn't denote to much these days, and I'm not actually 100% sure on what the WRC challenge exactly was, but I'll try and explain it as we go on. It's something that wasn't in the American version of the game, and I figured, you know, it might be interesting to show. To be fair, I think it'll be the only video on YouTube of showing what it actually is, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with the WRC challenge, is it's sort of, the only thing I can really find about it is a forum post about it in 2002, and they never actually said what it was for, beyond just being a simple time trial for people who played the game to get along and do so. But you'll see what it is, you'll see what I mean, and that'll take place after the professional career, so that'll be fun to look at. Can't remember if I was quicker. Problem is, I've done so many run-throughs of this game now, I can't actually remember what my quickest stage was in each car, because of course I've done it in the Subaru and the Mitsubishi now. Anyways, we got third on there, but not by much. We've still got a 23-second buffer to Carlos Sainz, so that's pretty good. And finally, stage number 5, a lot of hairpins in this one. Stage number 5 then, final stage of the Cyprus rallies.
2, 1, go! Into left 2 and right 3.
Wow, we have got quite a rocky sort of stage coming up. This is more what I'm used to seeing from Cyprus, a lot more of a hard-wearing stage, if you will.
50, right 3. Into left 4.
There we go. Try and get a nice little corner cut going. Can't imagine we're going to be massively quick on this one, which is why I'm kind of glad I've got my 23-second buffer to Carlos Sainz. If Carlos does decide to win the stage anyway, that'll be interesting to see. But of course, as you've seen in this game before, essentially the two main rivals in this are Sainz and Mäkinen, and those two will sort of squabble over best times in a stage, and then basically everyone else exists. Occasionally, you know, your four drivers, Richard Burns, I think it's Didier and Delacour also pretty quick as well, so they'll sort of eat away the scraps. If you want maximum possibility of winning the manufacturer's title in this game, then Ford's your best bet usually. Actually, saying that though, Freddie Loix occasionally pops up and will do pretty well as well, depending. Yeah, that was a pretty cool little swing into the corner. Not quite as good as I wanted it to be, but oh wow, Marco Martin's in second. He was useless in Subaru, so apparently he's trying to be useful for Hyundai. Also, I'm feeling certain Ericsson's doing pretty well in our championship at the moment. He might be in 6th. I don't know if he will be by the end of this rally, because I don't think I've actually seen him pop up at any point. But yeah, I'm fairly certain Ericsson's doing pretty well in this championship so far, which is good for Hyundai. I doubt he'll stay there, but if he can get 6th, that'll be pretty impressive. Also researching it, Hyundai's best results in rally were 6th, I believe. Or they got 6 on a fair few sort of rallies, but 6th was as high as the Hyundai came. It was essentially just underdeveloped. The team didn't have all that much money. Like, they did the 2 evolutions of it, the car still wasn't there, so Hyundai management sort of cut the funding quite considerably, and so the car never got quicker. But then again, a lot of rally teams fell by the wayside around this time. Of course, Mitsubishi after, well, I think during this year actually they did switch to the Evo 7, but they ended up falling off a cliff not too long afterwards. We came first, we've unlocked the secret code of Wibbly Wobbly. You might notice I put an annotation in the 2 rallies we didn't win, just saying what you were supposed to get for winning those rallies as well, so hopefully you saw that, in case you was curious. Alright, so it was Toshio Arai, Marco Martin, Richard Burns. Unfortunately, our boy Petter Solberg not doing so hot this season. Weird, because he won in dominating fashion last time around. Oh wow, so she actually beat out Richard Burns in the final rally results. Marco Martin came 8th. There we go, there's a little celebration thing. I've been showing it off on the other channel, so I get to sort of show off the animation a little bit here. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, yeah, Ericsson was 6th, he's now 7th. He's been chucked out by Francis Delacour. But there's still time to catch up with Carlos Sainz, Tommy Mackinnon, Richard Burns and Francis Delacour. We are 22 points up on Carlos Sainz, which is good. And we are 21 points up on Mitsubishi at the moment. Although Ford is very quickly catching Mitsubishi. Subaru isn't too far behind either. And then Peugeot and Skoda both sharing 5 points, even though they were Constructors Champions in 2001, so make of that what you will. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Next time I'm going to be taking a look at the Greek Rally, so join us for that. Until then, farewell.
You know what I'm saying. The sorrow that my heart holds in knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I'll only lay. Caught up in a war that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.